black at it. Okay.
Lights. Camera. I said lights.
Lights.
Oh, Jesus. God, that washes me out. Turn that shit down. Turn that shit off.
It's like lights. The sun.
Gondor needs our aid.
I'll cut you. I'll cut you.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
That was a terrible joke.
You get.
So we're live. Oh my god. Hi. That's the point.
Oh, there's no one here. I thought there'd be at least one person here. It says 0.
Oh yeah, clicking it that quick.
Well,
hey,
I said
I'm
there's
0. That's great. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
how's everyone been? Been a minute.
Wild.
Wild.
Wet and wild.
Wet. The quintessential 90s product.
Oh.
Wet and wild.
If you're eating, I'm gonna be playing Destiny on mute in the background a little bit. It's a stream, baby.
I am just I work till like 7:30. So I'm picking up a bunch of overtime.
No, I feel ya. I gotta start work soon too. A lot of jobs are coming into production. I just gotta actually start applying for them. But I don't want to work on a bunch of like random kids shows or like Christmas shows or like.
Why not?
I mean, I technically just need my 3 random shows and then I'll get it. But I mean, it's just like I'm not a great big fan of those because I'm not interested in the plot of the show. Like actually liking the show that I'm working on, even if I'm not actively watching it, just knowing that I'm working on something cool is such a big mood boost, right? So like I've never once dreaded a shift for a show like that I actually enjoyed working on. I'm not going to list shows that I actually enjoyed working on because then it might imply shows that I didn't enjoy working on and blah blah blah. And I'm going to have to start taking credits on IMDb, so that's a thing.
Ooh. Did anyone take a look at the stream to make sure that it's up?
I need to have a laptop up on it to watch it.
Let's see if Ru could look it up, because I know you got a second monitor. Because if I pull it up, then it'll just be echoed. Like, yeah.
And if I pull it up, it'll pull my video off of this. Come on. There we go.
Oh, it's cool. My hoodie's in the background. I come up here.
Very
good.
Good.
You can see like the pentagram from my hoodie.
That's hilarious.
I'm a wizard.
You're a
wizard. Be a wizard.
Oh, I guess it's sort of a, I guess, like unpopular thing. Maybe we'll get canceled for this, but we are going to go see the new Fantastic Beast movie tomorrow. With
don't. Just pirate it.
Well, it was a group of friends, and it was like our little South Street Circle thing, and Jim was really excited to go see it, so I was like, whatever. There are worse things I could be doing, I suppose.
I understand everybody has their opinions, and we're all trans here, and we're all queer, and we're all witches, and we all have a certain appreciation for that world despite the horrible person that is behind it. And I was honestly like on the fence of whether or not I wanted to buy tickets, like supporting anything. I don't want to buy the game. I don't want supporting monetarily. Still, but I chose to look at it as it was what I view as my coven coming together and viewing something that means so much to all of us. And even though it may somehow my little amount ends up being pennies in her pocket, I'm done depriving myself of the things that I enjoy because I'm scared of being canceled or like somehow down the line ending up in some horrible person's pocket. I will do what I can to avoid it directly, but the fine line.
I wouldn't say that people are going to cancel you so much as like
what's the drama?
being mindful of where you're.
Who canceled you?
it's like being mindful of where your money's going, right? Because like, for example, do you want to know why I don't support a lot of Microsoft stuff? Because Microsoft's paying for pipelines to go through Indigenous territory in Canada, right? Like whether you like the fiction or not, the money going to a place does have real world effects that can't be decoupled from that action, right? And that is part of the thing about it, right?
We have a viewer.
I just like to suggest, if you like that stuff, just fucking steal it. Don't give corporate America a penny. Like, here's a suggestion, not to say that y'all should change your plans, but for anybody else who's considering it, pirate that movie, because there's tons of people who are trans who are gonna steal it for you, and then like set up a projector and watch it with your friends, and don't pay a penny for it. That's what I would do.
That is another suggestion. But yeah, for the viewer who just joined in, Thickly Tough, which I love that name, I'm sorry, Thickly Tough. You have to pronounce both C's, of course. No, the drama is Rue and I are going with a couple friends to go see the new Fantastic Beasts movie because like for me, Harry Potter is the reason that I'm here right now. Like, I know J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit, but the universe she created is the reason why I'm into witchcraft, and doing all that. No, not the reason why I'm on. Well, I guess the reason why I'm on Twitch talking about witchcraft and I don't know. Whatever the fuck we're gonna end up talking about today. Yeah.
and
we're here to talk about marijuana.
Mostly that today.
And I'm suggesting piracy as a reasonable alternative.
Yeah. Honestly, I was going to my plan was to pirate it, but Jim wanted to go out with make it like an outing, and so I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Oh, you have a Harry Potter tattoo? What's your Harry Potter tattoo? I wanted to get the Dark Mark for the longest time. Dark Mark. That's great. That's awesome.
Nah, I had an old you might remember him, Jay, the judge from Brave New Worlds. He had an entire sleeve, black and white, done from the Dark Mark to like what the cloud looked like, and then he had the scene with Harry and the Dementors, and then he had not the mic. It was just gorgeous.
His work was really nice. I do remember that. Yeah, his work was super nice.
I was hearing a weird echo there for a second.
Do DMs here go to you? Yeah, I'm looking at chat at the moment. I'm the one looking at chat. I don't think Sophia can look at chat, because she's just on her phone.
Without deviating from this.
Yeah,
I could bust open my busted ass laptop and do that in a minute. I probably will.
Up to you. I don't know, Rue, do you have chat up too?
It'll give us a view.
You do have chat up. Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, send a pic for sure.
Oh god damn, y'all are gonna make me reveal my old busted laptop.
Oh, let's see it.
I bought it from Ruby, if you remember her.
Yes, I do remember.
Like a lot of the keys just stopped working very shortly after I got it. Like it was on its fucking way out, and she knew it, and she was happy to quick ditch it and then not offer any help with it. Kind of pretty chuffed about it. Ruby, if you're watching this, eat my ass with a slice of cheddar cheese on it that's lukewarm.
Baby.
You heard it here, folks. No, I don't blame you. I hate that shit too. Like when you just get totally shafted by someone.
Plus, it was like a it was like a $650 purchase. Like that ain't fucking cheap, right?
Ooh, a link. Click.
Ugh. Pardon all the fucking creaking and banging on my side. I know it's not enjoyable audio. This is not a podcast episode, so we can't just filter out all those things through Jay's magical I can edit skills.
I know. My editing skills, man. I have to pat myself on the back sometimes. The only thing I wish we could do is record on different tracks. Because if one person coughs, it's all on one audio track, and I can't always get rid of every cough, sneeze, and burp. And
one day when we got the monies, then we'll be able to have
cool stuff,
multiple people recording on desktops,
I have like
And
different teams of
then we
people.
can send you. Oh, I don't think we're gonna get that big.
You never know. Be like a.
It's witchcraft. Unless we become like the fucking fad thing.
I know. I'm so torn in how popular I'd want the podcast to become. By the way, Thickly, I did pull up the picture of your tattoo. That looks awesome. I love that. That looks great. The link's in the Discord if you want, or Discord, the chat. If you wanted to look.
My
Computer,
God,
please
love
work.
that.
I almost picked up this candle and drank it. That's where I'm at. I'm not even like. I'm just that frazzled from the day that I've had.
Here's
Like,
how good this computer is.
Delicious candle.
Does it smell like fire?
There it is, the busted behemoth. There it goes.
Let's watch my struggles with trying to get this to start.
So this means we just gotta start like a Kickstarter for Sophia to get a new laptop. Let's start it. Go fund
I still
Sophia's
need to
new
get
laptop.
my titties too.
We could do both.
Holy.
Titties and a laptop for Christmas. I don't know.
If we just had money. Corporate America.
Not interested in witchcraft. Yeah,
If they
primarily
just
like
paid
we're.
taxes.
Yeah, primarily we're like a
Oh.
witchcraft queer podcast. We talk about stuff like related to witchcraft or sometimes just queer
Uh-oh.
issues in general.
Life.
That's kind of what we
in
do.
General.
In the usual
Hey,
podcast.
Jay.
This is kind of like a one-off live stream thing. What's up?
Watch my computer.
I'm watching it.
No.
Oh, it was almost there.
It's gonna try again. No.
Oh.
Barely that time. Wait for it. Oh,
All right, wake up,
It's going
Neo.
again?
Let's go.
That's
Get going, buddy.
uh,
Come on. You can do it. You knew my friend Rick. He's like, I'm pretty sure he is like a techno wizard, mage, or
Mancer.
whatever, technomancer.
Technomancer.
He just like, I'll be like, the thing won't do, and he'll be like, okay, let me look at it, and then all of a sudden he touches it and the thing does, and I'm like, listen here, all right,
Swear to God.
it was not doing the thing like 5 minutes ago.
Here's my contact.
It works.
Okay. Oh, it's working on
This
an
whole
update
computer
and
over
it's
here.
dying.
Did it work?
It's kind of getting its shit together. Just give me a second. My contact, I had to take it out because my eyes were dry from doing makeup. As you know happens.
Oh my god, I remember those commercials. Dry eyes.
Good
Sophia,
Cool.
I recently, like been dipping my toes into drag and just the level of like makeup that goes on my face, and like, man,
Like
I was
8,000
not prepared.
layers.
I was not prepared for the removal of all those layers. I was like,
Okay.
my skin, it can't breathe.
Oh my god, we went to
Yeah.
gay bingo recently.
Yes.
We're getting this shit going.
Oh shit, you're opening it up. Oh my god, it's on.
It's alive.
It did the thing.
Checking for updates. Signing me in.
No, but gay bingo was wild. It's the first time I've ever been. The only other bingo I was at was like a designer bag
You're a gay
bingo.
bingo. You're a gay bingo.
Probably. Yeah, it was cool. It was like hosted by like
God, I
drag
gotta
queens and
queue up.
shit. You join the Discord, but it looks empty for you. Yeah, we have a really
gotta
small
queue our-
community. It's a little quiet and stuff like that. So if you like busier Discords, it would
Yeah,
not
also
be
like
quite up to your speed quite yet.
we are dealing with a lot of shit on and off in life. Like, it's not like we get to do this for our day job, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, hang on,
unfortunately, not yet. It's definitely a goal. There's no channels, just rules. There's rules. I think you gotta get through like there's like a what did Fish set up? There's like a bot in the beginning, and then it shows you all the rules, and then you click a couple things, and then it'll get you into the rest of the
There's a
Discord.
welcome and a server rules.
Yep. So once you get through that, there's more channels and social spaces.
So where did you post the thing that you're going live? General, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I also posted it in
Dope.
self-promotion on DKMU.
Oh, you posted on DKMU?
Nice.
Mm, nice.
Okay.
Just in the self-promotion. I was like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't know. Are we like the unofficial podcast of the DKMU by proxy?
You
By association.
are the podcast that has spoken about the DKMU more than any other podcast.
Cool. I'll take that.
and
Put
here
that
we
on
are.
my.
Doing it again.
I can't get over this
I think it hits
this
that.
thing right here. I feel so powerful that I can make this image appear. There you go. Excellent.
God, look at how good my eyebrows are.
Yeah, they turned out really nice.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Mm.
Peter, I would like you to load, please. Oh, look at that. I asked nicely.
Oh, it worked.
It's starting to.
It'll get there.
Very slow.
No, I definitely think.
It's the computer equivalent of an old lady.
No, we should try and do like some kind of
The dry mouth is real.
Oh yeah, yeah, for real.
Bunk
all that
bring
ice.
some
I'd be
Gatorade.
fine.
That was a Destiny joke for anybody who plays Destiny.
I took this
Holy
picture.
fuck, man! Get her together.
I took this like screenshot picture thing when we were playing Final Fantasy 10. It was like the scene with Auron and like the caption down at the bottom, like the subtitle. It was like, Auron, I am tired, and I was like, oh, same. I can relate so hard.
I am late tired.
Oh, you're writing a song about eyebrows. I see. I have no eyebrows.
More of a rap this.
I mean, they do.
Like,
I mean, I do, but like... Oh, it's an actual song?
Well, I
No
can see
eyebrows.
the chat now, but I can't see the video and give us a view.
That's all good.
Our
Oh, Millie
we
B.
need to pump the stream. Get Katie watching.
Right.
I know, right? I
Fucking Katie.
have no idea what she's doing. She's got like a girlfriend now, so like, or
Hey,
not. I don't know.
Did we say it was in the? Did we post it in the group chat? Do we want to post it in the group chat?
I mean, I suppose we could. Unless I want to shit talk all my friends. No, I'm just kidding. I'll shit talk if you're still here. I don't give a fuck. No. Oh my god, we should have a roast.
Taurus season, I'm a petty bitch.
It just turned.
Get the fuck out my way.
The live stream just turns into a fucking roast. Oh my god.
Can't handle it. Get out the kitchen.
Oh, you live in Liverpool. Wow. I live across the world.
Wonderful.
That's pretty trite.
Called.
Oh, my
Goes.
brows ain't even that overdrawn. You should see when I make them thick.
Very thick, overdrawn brows. I've noticed that. Like, I don't know why and when did brows become like the thing?
Because they frame your fucking face, and once you start putting them on, it's like lipstick. You're like, damn, that looks better with it on.
Like, do I look better with an eyebrow?
Whoa, that's okay. Look, you gotta. That's okay. So that's white. That's gonna be a highlight.
Right.
You're gonna want to pull something darker in front.
There we go.
Yeah, man, it gives you some definition.
Oh my god.
Do some little paint on brows. You could have like angry brows. You could have one that's like thinking, like it goes
Unibrow,
like this. Yeah.
That's what my mom always said to me. She always like ripped on me. She's like, "You have no eyebrows," and I was like, "Well, whose fault is that? I don't know. You created this, not my problem."
Say to him, well, maybe you shouldn't have married such a. And then rip on your dad somehow.
It's funny. Both my parents have like super dark hair though. Like they're both like brown hair.
I can't tell you how many times in the 3 weeks that she was here, she mentioned how she gave birth to a demon, like gave birth to Lucifer, to Satan, to the demon baby, to
Yeah, my mom said that about me. She loves me very much.
Sounds like a bad parent.
You have no idea. Well, actually, no. You do know.
Oh, I have quite some idea.
You do.
I've been through some shit myself, I'll have you know.
Damn, we could form a club. Yeah, we should form a club.
Hey! So, I can't see chat because I'm restarting my computer. Let's
Cool.
start something fun. We
Okay.
can, since we're on camera, we can show actual witchcraft shit on camera. And
Oh.
if if you learn to set up the Twitch channel and we start doing this often, people will accumulate score for watching the channel, right? And then they can cheer at us with that score. I know Cheerbits is a different system. They can redeem that score, whether it's like pentacles, right? 100 pentacles or like 500 pentacles means call out an item that we possess and have us show it on camera if we are able to, or something like that.
I like that. That's a really
It's
cool
something
idea.
that a lot of streamers do.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. Your mother chased you screaming devil. That's not good. Not a great time.
No.
My mom can't
Your
run
mother
after
was
me.
a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. What the?
Yes.
That's Monty
Yes.
Python.
I still have not watched that Holy Mountain. Is that what it was?
Yes.
We haven't watched that yet.
It's some shit. That's some
Journey.
Hodorowski right there.
I've heard. I've only heard.
Oh,
Jordy
I'm still so
Hodorowski.
hungry.
I'm like sitting. Yeah, I
Almost
was
done.
like, oh my god, I'm so fucking hungry. We're already at that part of the stream, kids.
What did you
Look at how
watch?
long this thing's been restarting for.
What did you watch last night, Thickley? Fantastic Mr. Fox by Wes Anderson. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Excellent.
Have you seen that?
Haven't seen it, but
Seen
it's
enough clips
furry,
of it?
so
No.
it's gotta be good. It's about a little fox that wears like cute outfits and like I don't know, he's like a detective or something. I have no idea.
Well, let's look it up.
There should be a disclaimer at the beginning of this live stream. Unbelievable word that comes out of my mouth. I can't be held responsible.
But you are held
Oh, but you can and will be held responsible.
Oh, I know.
Came out in 2009?
I hope for
That's
it.
actually something
wish
I've
for it.
had to learn to really
Oh.
acknowledge in life.
This looks really
is that,
cute.
like-
Oh, Katie's here.
So I'm gonna Katie! I'm
What up?
gonna drop some truth bombs on y'all. Are you ready for it?
Very ready.
Give it to
People always talk about like getting weapon training and learning how to fight and all that shit because like we consider physical violence to be something like that you got to train for to make sure that you can control. Yet
Right.
we don't realize how much our words can cause violence. And people look all the time to gain some sword as a youth as though their words weren't already one of the most cutting and damaging things that they possibly have. And we as a society don't acknowledge the fact that anything said carelessly can be incredibly impactful in a negative or positive way for other people. And we really do have to choose caution with our words because especially if you have platform or you're like putting them onto anything, like they will be responded to. That's just the nature of human dialogue, right?
That's very true.
Hello.
My computer hasn't even fucking turned off to restart. This thing is ancient and dying.
What made you think of that just now? I'm curious.
Oh, I've thought about that a lot before.
Hmm.
I think about a lot of things like this. 12th house things, gang.
Sophia's
Also,
brain
I'm
blast.
going to tell y'all about some shit that we have been talking about in the DKMU Discord right now because people are over the moon about how cool this is. Locational astrology, okay?
Okay.
Just go and type that shit into Google. You know Astrodentist, the website that everybody already uses to get their astro details?
Yes.
It's astro.com. If you've got an account there and plugged your details in, you can just type in locational astrology. It'll take you to a page and you click the top result and it'll juxtapose all of your astrological information onto the world map and show you what areas affect you and how. All of us have been like deeply fucking shook by how much this thing is accurate. Like my hometown.
Wait, hold on, wait.
is,
I'm on the
like,
site right
reading
now.
it
So
is
what
like a
about
gut punch.
what about location? I'm on the
You
site.
type in, just type in locational astrology on Google. I'll even get you the link for it
Oh, okay.
right now. Hang on.
Locational astrology. Doing it. As astrogeography.
It'll be on astro.com at the top. Free locational horoscopes.
Oh, right. I was using the other web browser or
I'm going
search
to put
engine.
it in
Ecosia.
general. I'm going to put it in general here. If one of you could post that in the chat for Twitch, I would appreciate it. And
yeah.
you click that link, and it'll be the top link on it.
Everyone
This
sees
is
the chat.
This is the most enjoyable and interacting thing I've done. It literally feels like a choose your own adventure book for like real life and where you can go live, right? Because each of these lines show you different options of where you could go and how they will affect you in what way. Like your Venus line will show you where you will like meet potential partners and stuff. Your Mars line shows you where you'll like have things that lead you into conflicts, that lead you to define your career or stuff like that. Your Sun line's very much like relations and career stuff too. And guess what? A lot of us end up moving along these lines without even realizing it, right?
Wow.
I moved to Toronto and my Sun line is just east of it. And that's for career shit.
Huh.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's super accurate. I went and punched in Louis Riel, one of the Métis leaders who like led a rebellion in Canada, and his shit was so stupendously accurate. It's freaky. And some of us have even theorized
stupendous.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And some of us have
that
even
was
a
theorized
genuinely
that
good
your
word.
You say that.
And some of us who've done like past life shit have like theorized that the Pluto lines can tend to run through places you've died in past lives.
Get the fuck
Like
out.
one of our friends straight up had that happen with her. Like she had a past life memory of dying in a specific city that her Pluto line runs through, and same for one of the other people in the group too. So it's freakily spot on.
Shit. Plug it in my shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
I love that thickly you chose event because you are an event as your gender. I love it.
I lost my.
Yeah.
I am
an experience.
Spirial. Every time I just see like USA written out as a country, all I hear is just like USA. Like I just like programmed in my fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
So, aren't we here to talk about weed and witchcraft? That's hope.
Well, we can talk about that if people
Honestly,
do
it was
kind of
just like a whatever stream. But if you want to talk about
what I think, we can talk about that. I'm sure for sure. But one thing that I really like about streaming that we can do is we can have an active conversation with whoever's in the room, which we don't normally get to do on the episodes. Because we can also do a weed episode too.
We've done a couple of those. At least I mean, isn't every episode kind of like a weed episode? Oh, there is a Todd in the chat. Hello, Todd. Welcome.
Hello.
It's me, little baby.
It is okay. So it is a weed episode. It's a 420 episode, but we'll talk about it if you want to talk about it. But if y'all want to talk about other things, we're not gonna be like, oh, this is only a weed chat, you know.
Weed only.
That is definitely not.
This is not the.
So for any who are interested in the chat,
that's all. I was like, oh, blank spot.
Here is the locational astrology thing.
Oh,
in
this
the chat
thing is neat. Oh
yeah,
shit! There's so many lines everywhere. Shit!
It's so fun. And you don't have to go to any. It's like literally like a choose your own adventure. Like I've got ones in like Madagascar. I got like 2 focal points that intersect in a like Venn diagram in Madagascar. Like no joke.
What? Oh my god, the zoom feature.
It's the coolest thing in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, that is actually really
Well,
fucking
but
cool.
here's the thing, though, Thickly. You will stay in Europe, right? And I'm not leaving Canada, for example. But my Pluto line runs through Manitoba, and I'm Métis. So Manitoba's our homeland, and Pluto relates to like a lot of because the outer planets move so slow. They're like generational effect things. So like a lot of things that relate to like me and my culture and generational shit is going to be directly tied to Manitoba, which is like, ooh, really heavy, especially because I have a cousin over there who's like homeless right now in Manitoba. Actually, not Manitoba. Like, it is Manitoba. I was trying to say Winnipeg, which is actually formerly Red River Settlement. But the more you know.
Huh.
So like, if I wanted to stay, I will explain that in 2 seconds. So if you wanted to stay in Europe, you'll have a bunch of lines that are likely going to intersect in Europe, and like maybe it'll say you're going to find a love relationship in Luxembourg. I think that was something that I actually even had as an option. And like I had stuff that would happen in Sweden, for example. So you don't even necessarily have to like leave your region of the world to see how these lines intersect. And also, it will specifically have stuff about the place that you were born. And to dial this
30
back for Katie,
minutes.
locational astrology is astrology that takes your birth information and applies lines on a chart to show where you're likely to end up living throughout your life and how places are going to affect you. And it's like kind of creepy spot on. And it always gives you like a breakdown of like how you relate to the place that you were born in, which like, oof, that's a gut punch. So yeah, check it out. It's really, really fun and worth your time.
The Pluto line.
Yeah, your Pluto line indicates places that you might have died.
I
That's
might
our
have
theory.
died. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Where have I died? In Africa, apparently.
Oh, I think I'm too high for this.
And in Australia. See, I can't go. No, that's
Okay.
I know, it's
Madagascar.
great, isn't it?
No, just kidding. I forgot geography for a second. Madagascar. Well, I died in Madagascar. Oh, this is neat.
You know, you never know though, right? You very well could have.
Yeah, yeah. All these different lines. Where did this come from? Has this been a thing for a while, or is this like a
I
modern
don't
new
know.
thing?
My roommate showed it to me, and I have been all over it since.
Huh. That's neat.
Hmm.
I could get like lost in for hours.
Oh
The
no.
Mercury line.
Yeah.
Apparently, I have to go out to California about that.
Jesus.
Mm.
Well, I mean, you might. What does it say on
Hi,
California?
Sarah.
What do I put on? Oh, it can't be generated for an event. I don't even know why they even put event on there.
An event is okay, I can tell you exactly why. Because you can do an astrological readup for a day or a thing going on, because that's what they do when they do daily horoscopes for this. They examine what planets are in the sky, right? So what you're doing is timing where the planets are going to be landing based on like something that's happening rather than a person's birth.
Yeah, but I think they can't pick. You have to pick male or female.
Yeah,
I'm
unfortunately,
sorry.
they do make you
That's
pick a gender. Unfortunately,
bullshit.
And I get it.
When it's made by
I've
boomers.
straight up drawn a third box and like checked it in. Like it's
like, check
on my
this.
driver's license.
This is what it's gonna look like.
Motherfuckers.
See it?
What's that?
Is it alive?
Oh, that's
Got
yours.
lines. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird. How you're like mine just kind of just go out in like a. It's almost like a starburst.
Yeah, everybody's is different, right? You can absolutely like show photos too, like take screenshots and show people. Also, here's the fun thing. If you click on a line, it'll tell you what the line means.
Oh,
And then you
right
want to
now.
have it with all the harmonious aspects. And
Hmm.
then you can also add disharmonious aspects too for like places to avoid.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Avoid everywhere all the time because I hate people.
So for example, my Pluto ascendant line runs through South Dakota, North Dakota, and Manitoba. And it's more beneficial to me on the west side of the line, which would actually be specifically at Standing Rock Indian Reservation. And it says life-changing things will happen for me there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need an adult for, Katie? Oh my god, I need an adult. Are you trying to navigate this website?
I know. I opened that website. I was like, nope. I can't even. I think I was.
The map. So you punched all your shit in?
No, I don't even know where to punch my shit in.
No, I was asking Katie. I wonder what her map looks like. Todd, did you do it?
The map.
Oh, you can't change the gender now. Damn.
No way. My disharmonious line runs right through Montreal and Quebec.
Well,
you may feel like a stranger and have trouble communicating your personal wishes. Je ne parle pas français. See how freaking spot on this is?
wow.
Yeah,
I didn't look into mine
Quebec
that deeply
can
yet.
be really
I feel
rude if you
called
don't
out
speak
even though
French.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Let's go. How like far in can you zoom?
Oh shit.
Let's go
My
high
Jupiter
third.
How
trines.
deep
Oh my
does
god.
the rabbit
Get
hole
this.
go?
My Jupiter trine sextile runs pretty much right through Toronto. What
does that mean?
Can be compared to the Jupiter midheaven line, but is weaker in its influence. Let me explain this. Along this line are the most effective places for climbing the social ladder and succeeding professionally. You will receive recognition and achievements and are basically convinced about the course of your existing goals. Fame and honor strengthen your sense of self-worth, and ambitious projects follow a smooth path to becoming reality. In these regions, it is advisable to make every effort to succeed, as there is no better place where your involvement is met with such good returns. This
Wow.
also shows the extensive dissemination of your thoughts and ideas. Best conditions exist here for an effective presentation of your products and creations. This is like literally talking about my film career. In search for security as well as financial protection, these regions prove time and time again to be helpful and effective. You will meet influential and loyal people who are willing to, and able to assist you. You appear to be lucky in your dealings with authorities, legal courts, and state institutions, as well as businesses. Staying at midheaven places also serves to both discover new goals and conclude existing ones. Attractive offers and prospects of lucrative returns make the transition into hitherto unknown fields easier. I had no idea how I was going to even get into film. I wasn't even planning to. Your decision to explore new terrain is assisted by your level of optimism and spirit of adventure. How fucking spot on is that for all the shit I went through with here, you know?
Damn.
Yeah.
No, so the lines where you or what it is, your Pluto line, Sophia was saying, is where potentially in a past life you may
That's
have
what
died.
people were theorizing. People were theorizing. Why, do you have one?
No, Katie was like, how do I find out where I die?
So yeah, my Pluto line runs right through Manitoba and South Dakota.
Oh.
And then my I have a lot of things that says I should retire in Thunder Bay. I have my Chiron line. It straight up says, this is the place to retire. Just straight up is the opening line.
Well then.
And then this other one, this aspect line indicates a good emotional relationship with your environment and the people in it. That's just the basic opening. And then this one says, Your need for individuality is combined with your need for closeness and partnerships. Other people accept your personal lifestyle and assist in your continued transformation. In these regions, you may even discover your ability to heal. Positively encouraged by others, you put these abilities to good for the benefit of all. And that all three of those cross right in fucking Thunder Bay.
Shit.
So that's where I plan to retire, actually.
Smart.
Let the map guide you.
And then you can click on the intersection and it'll like tell you what it means when the two of them cross.
Very in depth.
Yeah. So
He's
I'm
not a
going
thirsty
to
bitch.
Thunder Bay.
The thirst is real.
So, weed and witchcraft?
And Nippigong. Yeah, if we want to talk about that.
I've been live for 40 minutes.
Let's see here.
As I die, as I normally do, because
Oh, Black Sturgeon Lake. That's fucking neat.
That's it. I like the name. I like the name Sturgeon. I like that word. Sturgeon.
That's a cool word.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what they are? They're like super old, like prehistoric fish, pretty much.
Yeah, I was just say they're like some weird ass looking
They're
fish.
really big, and they have fucking bones in them.
We've been obsessed with this show, River Monsters. This guy, he's like a fisherman and a scientist. What's his name? Jeremy something?
Jeremy Wade.
Couldn't make it as a scientist. Couldn't make it as a fisherman. Making it as a scientist, fisherman. On the TV talking about them fishes.
Yeah. But yeah, he goes to like all these rivers like around the world, and he like basically he finds these like places that are like, oh, you know, this guy died from piranhas, and like this was like some. He like finds these stories about how people died from these like crazy monster fish, and then he goes out in his boat with a fishing rod and catches the monster fish. And guy's great at what he does. And you know what? He doesn't kill the fish. He catches it, he pulls it out of the water, he talks about it, you know, does his little spiel, and then he puts it right back in the water. So
I heard piranhas like to party.
They do. But I think it's only if there's like actual blood and if they're hungry. I think that's what it is. That's what he kind of
I'm pretty sure
proved
it's
in
also
that particular
flesh
episode.
in the water.
They did say like they dropped like a baby, and the baby was like, I guess from the thrashing, like the other baby like thrashing around
What
the
you
water.
gonna do when there's blood in the water?
Get a piranha.
Piranha.
All right, y'all. I'll fucking have a toke.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like you have not like partook.
Look, I have been partaking all day. I partook so much all day. I had to nap after 4:20. Okay,
So
then
did
I
Rue.
woke up at 6 p.m. just to start doing makeup to be here for all y'all. So
I clocked out of work at 7:30. I like called my sister real quick, and then I went upstairs and was like slapping your leg, like, you streaming? You streaming?
Right up past the fuck out.
Jake,
I was like,
we are going to get your ass on PS5 though sometime.
Get my ass a PS5.
Yep.
Just my ass.
Oh man.
Your hands too.
Oh wow, the privilege.
Yeah. Do you know why they're so good though, man?
Because of the adaptive fucking triggers. I know. I want it so bad. Especially I was reading like some Game Informer article about some game on the PS5. I can't remember.
Is it Returnal?
I think it was that Kena. I think it's called Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Is it Returnal?
No, it was the Bridge of Spirit. I think it's called Kena Bridge of Spirits. I think that's the name of the game. But there's something about like there's a bow in the game, and in Game Informer, the guy like writing the article was talking about like how like you can feel the tension of the bow like as you draw it back, and I was like, I want it.
Far Cry did that for me. Like, I remember the first time I went to go shoot the gun in Far Cry and I pushed down the trigger. I wasn't forcing the trigger, I was being very gentle, and the gun didn't do anything, and I'm like, fucking, what do you mean? And I'm like holding it, and I'm like, the left trigger is really stiff too. But it
Yeah.
would like aim when I would touch the left one, but it was just like really
Right.
stiff, kind of like you were holding the handle of something, right? So I was like, okay, well, let's see what happened if I, and then it just clicked like a gun trigger, and the gun went off, and then the whole controller kicked, and I was like, like I literally like screamed the first time, and then I just started going pop 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 shooting shit because it was fun, and then I'm like, okay, this is great. And then I pulled out a bow, and when you draw a bow, like you literally draw the bowstring as far as you want, and the tension's in the trigger the whole time, and it feels completely different than a gun trigger.
That's insane.
Yeah, and like certain games will have like that adaptive trigger. So like on Returnal, if you push down the left trigger just a little bit, you'll use one function mode of your gun. But if you click it all the way down, it'll do another one. But here's the crazy shit. When you're playing games like Ghost of Tsushima, when you draw your katana, it literally feels like drawing a sword out of its sheath, and I've fucking done it, right? And when you play flute, your controller literally vibrates identical to what it feels like to play a flute or a recorder, right? It's creepy levels good. And then
I
like
just
on
feel like you should
Astro's
like
Playroom,
get it custom painted to look like an ocarina.
mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. And on Astro's Playroom, you can tell what surface your character runs over by how your controller feels. No joke. You can tell when you're walking over glass because it feels like glass. You can tell plastic, metal, wood, grass, rock. I'm not kidding you, Jay. It's fucking creepy.
That's weird. That's cool
The
though.
controller, it uses audio even to replicate certain feelings.
Hmm.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah, I
it's like
remember
that
like
level.
certain
Next
PS4
level.
games kind of took advantage of the little speaker in the controller, and that
They have that
added
too,
some
yep.
ambiance to some games, which I really enjoyed.
But just like the haptic feedback when you're listening to it, it's like like
Wow.
there's like literally audio to it. It's like it's very futuristic.
Hmm. Just
Yeah.
gotta murder someone. I mean, ask someone very
I
nicely
was
for
gonna say,
PS5.
I know y'all are very gay for Kingdom Hearts, and there's the new one
Yes.
announced.
We
The
saw the
next one is likely to
trailer.
have haptic feedback. Just saying.
Yeah, we saw the trailer for it. We're very excited. Very
it's
excited
not
Mhm.
through
about that.
lack of trying. They literally, you have to pay to be on lists to get notified when
Yeah,
they
you don't.
restock.
I
And
was
and
oh,
here you do.
Yeah,
so you can
States you
sign
do.
up
There's
for your PlayStation Direct is what a lot of people do. And what they'll do on PlayStation Direct is they'll put you in a rotation, and when the next batch comes out, they send emails to people, and I think it's drawn by raffle system. So you could put in for your lot and get drawn on the first time. You could put in ages ago and never get your ticket drawn, right? But the more emails that you sign up for PlayStation Direct on, the more likely you are to get it pulled. I know plenty of people, most people, in fact, got their consoles like this. Ava, Jess,
yeah.
Jackie,
Oh, really? They all have
um,
one?
yeah, okay.
Huh.
I could list off the people in the group who don't have PS5s. That would be easier. We know how to get them. You just got to talk to us on it. Um,
What?
Another way that you can do is to poach in front of a GameStop like I did and watch when their stock drop comes in each day, because they get stock every day and they don't know what they're getting in ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two options. You can do an exposed GameStop where you can physically see a cargo van come in, or you can do a GameStop that's inside of an old mall that doesn't have like internal access doors for bringing stock through the back, so it has to bring stock through the front doors, and you can stand in front of the fucking GameStop on a folding chair waiting until the stock comes through, then ask the company if the PS5s came in that day.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
don't have that kind
No,
of time to be stalking stores, unfortunately.
I
of
will look
course.
into that PlayStation Direct thing though.
Yeah.
Will.
Sign
That I
both your
will
asses up
definitely.
for it.
Yeah,
And
I'm actually on it
one of you might
right
get
now.
the email. One
You're
of you
on
might
it.
get the email. So here's what you do. If one of you gets the email, that email isn't a personalized one. It's just an email to the queue. So send it to as many devices as you have. So your computers, your phones, and all of that should be in queue waiting, and you'll have more likely of a chance to get it.
Be in queue. Okay, so I just registered. So then,
Mhm. You
oh,
register by
okay.
email.
And then you get the invite if they...
when
Okay,
it
I see it
comes.
here.
Yeah. And you can use magic to affect that as well.
Yes.
We actually were experimenting on that in DKMU. Somebody else really wanted to get a PS5 for their partner. They pulled on Zalti, which was the egregore that I used for it. Both of us, everybody actually so far who's tried to get a PS5 using Zalti has succeeded.
Really?
Just saying. Yeah, there he has not failed anybody. The deal though is that you got to pay him in rum afterwards. He would like at least like half a Mickey, you know, like the small bottle. Spirits don't drink like humans do, you know. You don't need to pay the guy a fucking 40, you know.
Right.
But he would happily take some rum being poured out onto some pirate shit or onto the ground with his name.
See, I don't know. I haven't really worked with any of the DKMU egregores yet.
You don't have to. You don't have to have a report ahead of time to ask either.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
you don't... Okay, I wasn't sure if they were something that, like, you kind of ease your way into and, like, build rapport with them, or...
I'll explain.
If you're just like, hey, what's
up? Are a little
up?
bit different than god forms. Interaction with egregores feeds egregores in a large way, right? Like, egregore feeding theory is something I kind of want to write a paper on. But egregores want you to interact with them because they have such limited scopes of attention, right? So people coming to an egregore with a request for something it can fill is a way of actively empowering itself, right? Because I just said on stream that everybody who succeeded with Zalti being called for a PS5 got it. Do you know how much that that directly relates to that spirit then getting belief tied into it?
Right, yeah, because people are like, oh, huh.
It's a direct one-to-one feeding mechanism, and if the thing's strong enough to give it back to you, it wants to feed you, like have that symbiotic exchange, right? Whereas with gods, very often are made out of archetypes and are so big that they can be cold and uncaring, and especially ones that are really big and worshipped by a lot of people, they might have a lot of followers giving them a lot better stuff compared to you, and you might not be shit compared to like their devout Hecate cult, you know?
Never really thought of it like that way.
Not to say Hecate scorns people who aren't like a devout priestess of Hecate, because that's never been the fucking case with me. Hecate is tight. I will not badmouth my lady on camera.
Yeah, that would not be a good idea. I would not suggest that.
I mean, even if I did it, she wouldn't be like, I'm gonna kick your ass now. You know, she's cool.
What were you saying, Ru?
Nothing. Just getting up to speed. Woo!
Wow.
Gonna do a big
the time distortion is real.
This map is confusing as fuck. Yeah, it can be. Let's see here. I did something really controversial today and really fun. I made a post on Reddit politely asking Bungie if they could make an Indigenous character or include Indigenous art in Destiny 2.
Oh boy.
Really nicely asking. I didn't even accuse them of like being bad in any way. It was just like, I would really appreciate it.
Can you do the thing?
It was literally just like, I would really appreciate it. You know, it's a trope that we're already dead and there's nobody who's like ever shown in stuff, and it would be cool if you could like hire an Indigenous person to get like proper representation, because like we don't all use like totem poles and you know, like do Sundance and do dream catchers, because those are 3 different cultures completely.
Oh my
right?
god, I feel terrible. The cart.
You didn't know that?
No, I knew that, but no, the cartridge that I put on my pen is Dreamcatcher. That's the name of the strain.
That's the name of the strain.
Unfortunately.
You know what? I wouldn't even worry about that, Jay. I would feel terrible maybe if I were you, I would maybe feel terrible if I bought like a shitty factory made Dreamcatcher and hung it in my car and was driving it for a long time, you know? That
I will say this.
Embarrassing.
As a child, I did like them. And I thought they were very pretty, so I think I had one at some point.
There's nothing wrong with liking them. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with liking them. They're super pretty, right?
It's actually funny. A lot of see, like in Pennsylvania, in PA, like I remember in early school, they really taught us a lot actually about the natives that were local to this area.
Some places really do try.
Yeah, because we have a lot of places in this area that are like either derivatives or translations of like native names. Like I think like the Schuylkill River, I think that's like that has to be, you know. So they really did teach us a lot. I mean, some of it was framed in the context of like, you know, the white people and the natives really got along, and no, they didn't.
No.
A lot of it was framed like that.
We did until like the betrayals happened.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I'm sure that there were plenty of people that got along just fine because, you know, we're all just trying to survive. But yeah, so they actually did teach us a lot about that, and as a kid I really loved native like art and like stuff, and I loved learning about especially like the tribes and cultures that were really native to this particular area. And I think that's like that was probably some of my earliest, like, I guess I kind of attribute like liking native art and things like that, and maybe just like their spirituality and way of life as to being like a witchy minded person, you know, like a pagan kind of minded person. So like I think that's probably like one of my most early experiences with that kind of thing. Thanks, public school system.
Yeah, you know, sometimes they do their work to try and inform people. Like my primary school had what they called Aboriginal education, where they'd take all the Indigenous kids out for a little block to like do cultural learning stuff, which is really fucking cool, actually. You know,
That is really cool.
They try in some places, they really do. And here's another thing I was just gonna say quickly. Actually, poor settlers get along a lot better with native people than like middle class and rich white people ever did. I'm just gonna say
I'm
it.
sure
There ain't a fuck ton of bad blood there unless people are like actively enforcing racist stereotypes, which sometimes happens through like conservative community members. But like traditionally, it's the management of the white people.
It's the people trying to make a buck. The
people
people trying to control the damn thing. That's like
and fucking steal
how it always
everything
happens.
and make everyone miserable so they can fucking benefit from shit. Yeah.
Right.
But we should do a synchronized toke. I will have to blow it out the window. That's why I have not been like smoking chronically on camera, because like everything has to go out the window. But yeah.
Are your roommates not?
No, it's just straight up on the lease that we can't smoke on property.
Okay.
And I'm just not gonna
You don't
blow
want
it
to
in
fuck
the
with
house.
it. Yeah.
And plus, I have a dust allergy. Do you know how much like better I've been able to breathe because I actually do have asthma.
Yeah.
Do you know how much better I've been able to fucking breathe because I'm not blasting smoke in my room?
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. Especially if it's
There's
like
infinitely less.
I'm next to the very
less
drafty
dust.
windows.
Yes.
So
well, we're also
and there's
in a bigger
infinitely
house.
less dust too. Like marijuana smoke becomes really tar filled, and like as you all know, and it'll stick to your consoles and your gaming computers really bad. So make sure that you're ventilating your spaces if you are smoking weed in it. It is not good to sit in a cloud and hot box, even though traditionally in the 70s that might have been the fun thing to do. So let's show off our bongs.
Well, it's not a bong. It's a
our smoking pieces. Bring it up close. Let's everybody go first, one by one. Let's start with Jay because he's like right there on the left.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is just a little. This is the battery right here, and it looks like a little pipe. And Rue found this on some website, Hemper.
There we go.
Hemper. I'll put a link to that in here. Not sponsored.
Rue, you want to go next?
Yes, please. So this is Iggy, or I don't.
You're gonna have to go to the side a little bit because your camera's slightly off.
Ta-da!
To your left.
Attached to the computer.
Can you just like hold it physically to your left a little bit more, like this, like? No, like.
I have no idea what
the thing is. Really tall.
It is huge.
Yeah, it's really long.
If you can see me on the screen, do this.
You're frozen on the screen now. Oh no! Oh, she's saying like do like a pan.
Move it side to side, yes, because then we'll see it. Because it's a left right. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Ta-da! That's Iggy.
You were essentially being like, "Here's my bong." Right now,
it was out of frame for like, you. I see.
Because you two are splitting right down the middle.
Arm workout.
I see.
So here's my bong. It's silicone. Here's what's really cool about it. You ready?
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Isn't that nice?
So I can take it off
cleaning
and literally ISO scrub the inside of it and never have anything build up ever.
Do you prefer glass or silicone?
So Glass. Okay, here's the honest to God truth. I prefer smoking glass because there's just no replacement for how fucking clean and nice glass tastes, right? And you obviously still have to have a glass bowl when you're smoking out of silicone, right? However, you know how many times I would have broke this goddamn thing?
There is that, yeah. And you
Over
have gone
100
through
times already.
and you've gone through several moves too, so you know.
At 70 and at like what, $70 to $100 a pop, because a bong is not cheap, especially for glassware, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that can destroy this bong is like
$375.
depending on how expensive you want to go, though. I'm talking just like entry level, right? Not like
Yeah.
gourmet bongs, you know.
Gourmet.
It was just pretty
um,
glass, and I was like, "Look, it's got a
yeah.
lizard."
We still can't see. You're
Got a
gonna have to like hold
lizard.
it over to the other side, Rue. Like,
I'm
Wait.
sorry.
You gotta hold it over.
I don't understand. I'm looking at the.
No, it's because of. I think it's just because of Sophia. How Sophia is viewing us on her device. I
oh,
think
does
that's
it
what
show it
is.
differently on the
Yeah,
stream?
like I can see, like Rue's like wide, like
Okay.
a wide screen. Yeah, I think it
Okay,
just
never
shows
mind.
different.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
I thought
I
y'all
was
saw the
like, I
exact
don't-
same
I don't-
framing that
Yeah,
I
on the
did.
stream you can see it just fine.
Okay.
I think it was just how
Okay,
Sophia
that's
was
fine.
viewing.
Yeah, now I can see it.
Yeah. So you have to come more to that side, so toward the microphone for Sophia to see it. There you go.
Yeah, right there is my vision
Yep.
field, right there.
Right there. Ta-da! Yeah.
Fresh bowl.
One of Rue's
sorry.
rituals. Whenever they move to a new place, they buy a new bong. That's the rule.
Ooh. I'm just gonna pour out my bong water to make this extra fresh.
Oh, I fucking hate the smell of bong water.
Of old bong water.
It is
Nasty
just.
shit.
But I did bottle up a jar of it to have in case I needed to use it.
Add piss to it, and it's a definite hardcore sour jar.
Sure would be. Like add piss to anything.
Y'all wanna
and
hear
I
a-
was
got an
doing a
issue.
countdown or something. You just.
Oh right, we were supposed to
Also,
do a
you know how-
synchronized thing, right?
Yeah, we're about to. You know how piss jars are a magic technique? Here's a real quick 2-second tip. Leave them out in the sun with the cap off so that they evaporate and get real dark brown.
You know what?
And then put the person's name in it.
For those that really deserve it.
Uh-huh.
Spicy.
Just gotta give them the extra. You gotta give them that little percolation.
Sounded dangerous.
Danger.
It's okay. That's why I use bottles with caps.
Oh, okay.
Y'all got your lighters. You got your F1 Formula racers.
Yes.
Fuego.
Let's get fucking high, amigas.
420 blazes.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Till we meet again on the next 420. What?
Called my dad earlier and he was like, Happy 420! And I was like, oh,
Let
God.
me read these fucking fantastic texts. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Happy holiday. It's almost 420 on 420. I have a
It's
fatty.
almost 420? Oh, the time. I was like,
almost 420 on 420. I have a fatty. If crippy ready to blaze. Stinky, sticky, and I can't even. It's so cringe. It's like I'm painful. Sticky indica 33% perfect for the occasion. What the fuck does that mean?
Stop, you're hurting me.
I know.
oh my God.
So much pain.
Like, he can't even be cool. Like, my dad can't even smoke weed in a cool way. It's just not cool.
Shut the fuck up.
Is that actually what he sent you?
Should I send him the link to the stream?
He texts like a fucking boomer.
What a fucking loser.
sorry to
Rue, I
trauma
thought you were
dump
reading
all
like
y'all like that.
some.
That is unfair and cruel and unusual punishment.
Rue, I legit thought you were reading some like something from a cringe Reddit.
Yeah, that's my yep.
But it was not. It was real homegrown
White trash.
white trash. I mean, yeah,
Florida man nonsense.
yes. From Philly man to the Philly man to Florida man pipeline is
flowing smoothly. Marijuana is a wonderful thing. I've realized something about marijuana, and it's probably helped me a lot on my journey, is that just like anything else, it can be used in excess or not used enough or be stigmatized or just view in a certain way. Like everybody can have a different relationship with it depending on their circumstances. And I realized that it's sometimes the point is to just get blazing high because it's fun to get blazing high, and who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? And maybe you'll see a deity, maybe you see a demon. Who fucking knows? Like, who? It could be a good time, but also for people that have mental illness or are neurodivergent or something like that, it is. I truly believe it is so highly therapeutic and can really assist in many especially in shadow work obviously and meditation and just that ability to shut off your mind that I don't think I would be able to achieve otherwise. I said my piece.
I like it.
Hell yeah.
Happy 420.
I'm sorry, I'm just muting because I'm coughing a lot.
Yes. That's a proper mic etiquette.
Sorry.
Proper 420 mic etiquette.
Blew away. I lost my thing. I want to put my thing back.
Oh, good lord.
Oh yeah, your background disappeared.
It's 'cause I
You know,
was
I'm
gonna
looking at
show.
all of us on video. I want to go back to doing video podcasts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
I do like the pressure of not having to do video all the time.
Yeah. Or we could do it sometimes, like that. Or maybe like for like special
Sometimes.
occasions, maybe.
I'm down to do streams more often because
It says
the cool thing about
snack.
streams. Pardon?
In Rue's background that they just put on, it says snack on the sign.
Ooh. But like I'm down to do streams more because like we have people watching. We actually can facilitate a conversation, right? Like shit, if it's not like a 420 day, we could have like astrology stream where we talk about astrology and have people like send us shit and we can talk about it, or we could do like tarot stream where we're doing like different divinations for
Card
people
pulls for people.
who
Oh, that
are
would be cool.
there. Like it's so easy for us to engage the community in a fun and personal way through streaming, you know?
No, I thought this was cool that like we haven't really streamed really at all, especially just like well, we did like a couple like game things, like sometimes Rue would play a game or something. But I actually realized something.
I'm so inconsistent. It hurts.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
I realized something about streaming, and actually by doing this, and I kind of confirmed it the other night. So like I've been really wanting to play Horizon Zero Dawn, and especially because like the second game is already like basically out or just about to come out. Whatever. I'm really disconnected.
I thought it was out. I'm not sure.
Excuse me. My bad mic etiquette.
Sure.
But I was like, man, I really want to play this game. And I'm like, I really want to stream this game. Blah, blah. And I'm like, I just don't do well streaming by myself because when I'm just playing a game, I'm not really a person that talks a lot anyway. So like me playing a game by myself, it's just gonna be like a really quiet stream. And I know like I know some people like that. I mean there are people out there that just like want to watch someone play the game with very limited commentary, but that's not many people. I think it's just better just to like have a group. So I think it would also be fun too to like play like a fun game, but then I also really love the idea of like tarot streams or like rune readings and like all kinds of shit like that. And it's so easy just to sit here and
Shit,
honestly,
we can even
I'm
get to
really
that
used to being
tonight.
on camera at this point. I thought I would be like way more nervous like every time I get on camera, but now I'm like, I don't care.
So here's the thing about streams, right? And I'm just going to talk about the ups and downs logistically right now for us. It takes a little bit more time and energy to set up, physically speaking, because we have to like do hair and makeup, or at least I have to.
See, that's the thing.
I don't
Like,
know
I
about
hope you
two.
don't feel pressured to do. Like,
I do.
I
100% have
personally,
to.
yeah, like I don't think
Because like as a trans woman, y'all should
I
see
can
me without my
understand.
hair
Yeah,
and makeup done. If I have my shit pulled back and don't have makeup on, I get misgendered a lot still, even with my
I
voice
have
as it
seen you.
is.
I've seen you with no makeup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I still get misgendered a fair amount, and I will not ever put myself out there on a video without makeup done ever. I will not be comfortable with it.
That's fair.
So I always have to prep it ahead of time. But here's the advantage. The stream goes live and we're just live. You don't have to edit. There's no, hey, this is gonna come out. Wait for the word episode. It's gonna be so great, right? And then you have to sit there. How many hours do you put on editing per episode? And
Well,
then
if you
and working to upload it.
like if we have like a 2-hour recording session, it's at least time and a half to edit. So
But
it's at
we've cut
least
it down to, let's say, an hour and 10 minutes, because that's really
yeah.
where we've
So at
nailed
least
it to,
time and
is
a
the
half.
70-minute mark.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it takes me at least an hour and a half to 2 hours to edit an episode. Yeah.
So just for the sake of logistics, an hour and 10-minute episode takes you like 4 hours to produce, right? 4 to 5 hours. An hour-long stream takes me an hour or 2 to prep. An hour and a half seems to be plenty. So I could do that even in an hour, honestly, depending on how ready I am ahead of time. But I did my hair way earlier, but hair is less important than makeup, honest to God. And then as soon as we do it, bam, it goes live, right? And there's not a lot of editing, there's not a lot of needing to go and promote it. And there's also another huge boon. You remember how earlier on in the stream you were explaining to somebody what our podcast is?
Yeah.
You just reached somebody who's never seen the fucking podcast before.
That is very true. That is very true, because they
And
didn't even know who the hell we were. And they were the first.
more
They were
we-
the first person in the chat, which is funny. And Thickly, if you're still here,
I
hi.
think they're still here.
Yeah. And the more that you engage with your Twitch audience, the more that you grow it, right? And the more that your Twitch audience likes what you're doing, the more they're going to actually want to watch you, right? So Twitch promotes you through algorithm. Like you can use hashtags, because there's like not a lot of witches on TikTok, and they're not TikTok,
On
Twitch,
TikTok.
and a lot of people just yeah, and a
Oh my
lot of
God,
people
excuse-
don't do this format of Twitch, of streaming a conversation.
There
And
is
when people really get
actually-
into it, there are
I
some.
did notice there's a huge talk show and podcast category that I did not know really was thriving on Twitch, which was kind of cool.
That's
to
exactly
see.
what I was going to say. It's fucking huge because it's an active discussion that you get to participate in, right? And these streamers, like, you can see their faces while they're doing it. Like, it feels like a very personal experience, right? It's not a pre-recorded session, right?
You could talk to popular people in the occult community behind the scenes and be like, you want to
Exactly.
be a secret guest in our chat, or in the, or you're just
Or
sitting there and
we
it's
can invite them-
fucking Matt Oren just in your Twitch chat.
So here's the beauty of this, though. Hear me out, and I really do think that we should make streaming a regular part of our channel. And
I'm enjoying myself. I'm actually enjoying myself. Because I had a really stressful day, and I thought I would be a lot more stressed about doing this. I mean, this helps, of course.
It's super chill. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel really relaxed doing this. I'm actually really having a lot of
And
fun.
here's the thing. I'll say a few things that are going to make it really show why I think we should do this more. We don't have to lead the conversation constantly. We can set a topic and a theme, but our interaction with the audience becomes the theme of the stream, right? That's amazing for everybody, right? Because we get a live interaction. We actually get to do our magic shit with people who really care about it and actually want that feedback and have active conversations, right? And Twitch fucking pays, Jay. Do you know how much Twitch pays per subscription?
I don't know how much the actual streamer gets
$3.
paid. So the streamer gets paid $3?
$3 per subscription. I can break it down to you because I am a Twitch affiliate. For every $5 United States that a subscription costs, because that's what it is, you will get paid $3, and Twitch will take 2. If you get 1,000 subs, which is not even big for a lot of streamers,
Yeah, that's really not big at all,
that's $3,000 a month.
Not enough for 3
podcast
different people
goes-
to live off of, but yeah.
No. But the podcast goes, right, from being something that can't even float itself to the stream straight up pays for it, right? And then that's money to invest in equipment, right? And it's a snowball effect. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't do streams more often.
I am all for it. I think you make a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
You have
And
my
we can
vote.
game while we're doing it. I'm literally like playing fucking Destiny right
See,
now.
I could not be playing a game while like like if we were streaming and playing a game like as a group, then yeah, I could do it. But like I couldn't like
we
sit
can
here.
do that too.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Y'all
But
are
yeah,
gonna hate me. I'm doing a Legend Lost Sector on Destiny and winning right now.
Apex is fun.
We could play Apex. I don't want to do the battle arena aspect of Apex right now, but I would definitely do the arena shooter mode that they added.
They have an
they added
there's a new
control,
mode?
like straight up. There's a mode like Control straight up from Destiny where you have 3 capture points and it uses all of the Apex characters, game physics, and
that sounds like way more fun than Battle Royale.
I know, right? I would 100% be willing to do it, and I even have it on download on PS5 if people are up for it.
Updating Apex. Wait, what you mean it's not training? Yeah, I guess there's a new mode. Yeah, because Todd, you play Apex too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Apex has a new mode. Who knew?
It has like territory, like straight up like fucking not capture the flag, but it's like domination, you know?
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have been live for like about an hour though, so I wasn't sure how long we wanted to really go. I am kind of tired because I had
to continue if y'all are.
Yeah, I had like a long day. But this was like a really cool little thing to test and try out. I had a good time. And I think I like to do this more. And I really like this background. I think I'm just going to keep it. It's my thing. We should get someone to do like custom backgrounds for us. Because I saw on Discord you can upload like a custom background. What?
Yeah.
Yes, I want it. I want Katie to draw me some monsters background.
Yeah. And see, we even got Katie like watching and chatting with us. Like, I really think we should like do weekly streams.
Wednesday stream day with podcast. Yeah, Todd. I don't know. I'm actually kind of in my brain that is always working. I'm kind of considering. I'm like, should we transition from a purely edited podcast to a live podcast that is then
podcast that gets streamed and edited? You know what? Actually, that's exactly how Critical Role, which is like one of the most successful personal setup media ventures, does. Is it's a live podcast where they play D&D and
they like truncate it down. They take out all the long pauses and stuff like that.
No,
they
do
don't.
not take out any of the long pauses or bullshit. They will take out certain parts of the break, for example. But they even keep all the advertisements in the beginning in because it's like part of their sponsorship deal and shit. But I still listen to the podcast because like I can turn it off when I don't want to watch the YouTube version of it and like stare at people's faces and do only that. So people have options, right? So I actually would be down for that. Honestly, I do like an hour and a half to 2 hour long stream blocks, depending on how we feel at the time. Like it's completely optional. And you can cut streams early depending on like if you're feeling it or not. And then fucking edit it down into the episode.
Yeah, I think that sounds a lot better. I like that idea. What do you think, Ro? Do you like that idea better? Like,
we'll make straight up bank off Twitch.
I don't even. I mean, like, yeah, that would be great too. But like, I'm just thinking from an editing standpoint. I think I would edit a whole lot less because we'd be more on top of the fact that like, hey, this is live, so whatever, and you really just build your show notes in your chat at the same time. Yeah.
And because
I
it's
don't
live,
see
there's
an issue.
there's
Yeah.
there's less expectation on needing to have everything pre fucking pow, you know, because
Right.
we already kind of have the live feel anyways with how we talk on our current
Yeah,
model of
because
the
we're
show.
not very scripted. We're totally unscripted. So yeah, we already kind of have
Mhm.
that. Maybe a live stream just is probably maybe like more of a comfortable format for us. I actually feel like more comfortable here, like knowing that this is
Mhm.
live and I don't really have to care as much about like in post, I guess.
And it's think about how fun it would be to like actually just like read people's tarot for an episode, right? And then
That
have that
would
on the
be
podcast and
fucking
people
dope.
would
I
get
would love
that.
to do that. You know what? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. We got to talk to Scott though, because we still have Scott to talk to. We got to talk to Scott
Mhm.
about it, but we'll see how it goes. But for now, I think I
Yeah.
am going to probably wrap up this stream. This was super fun, and I think I'm gonna start to. Hopefully, Scott will also be on board to want to transition into more of like a video live streamed weekly kind of podcast that will get
Mhm.
edited into an audio
Also,
format.
also Scott doesn't have to show their face.
True.
They can like completely like have a character to represent them, you know, like VTubers do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's totally within
Yeah.
our wheelhouse to do that. Cool. Alrighty. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for anyone who's still hanging around. This was a lot of fun to do. I enjoyed our little 420.
Yay.
I am so thirsty. I did not bring enough water for this experience. So
420, bring some water.
420 thirst. The thirst.
You want a soundbite?
Oh yeah, here we go. All right. See you later, Todd, Katie, Thickly. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being
Thanks for being
a
here,
new
y'all.
a new face around. And I love that basically what I've gotten from this episode or from this experience is that my gender can be an event. And I like that.
Love it.
Nice.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.